Hey there Internet, it's the end of the month, which means it's time for another edition of What My Favorite Things Are. I have decided to let my puppy Addison join me this month, and now she's laying down on my lap and out of the shot. It's Warehouse 13. I have been watching this series on Sci-Fi since it started, and it's a really great sort of fantastical, science fiction-y twist kind of show. The premise is kind of like, you know, at the end of Indiana Jones where the Ark of the Covenant is put in a giant warehouse along with a bunch of other mystical, amazing things from history? That's kind of what Warehouse 13 is. It's described as America's attic, full of these artifacts that have somehow been infused with powers or abilities, and when they start causing trouble, it's the job of the warehouse agents to track them down. The characters are awesome and well-rounded. There's definitely someone for everybody to identify with. So if you've never heard of Warehouse 13, check it out. I didn't actually do a whole lot of reading this month. I was catching up and getting ready for the school year to start, but I would have to go with Struck by Jen Bosworth. If you haven't seen my video on it, I could not express enough love for this book. She's a great author, she's a great person, I got to meet her, and this book just totally blew me away. It is a very cool story about a girl who is addicted to getting struck by lightning, and on top of all of that, it's the end of days and there are warring religious cults, and you can check out my video on it. It's a really cool read. It's a premise I never have heard of before. It didn't remind me of anything else. So that was a good book I read this month. Favorite movie of the month is hard. I didn't watch that many movies either. So one that I did check out on Netflix was We Bought a Zoo with Matt Damon and Scarlett Johansson, and it's based on a true story very loosely. They changed the country that it takes place in and the ages of the kids that are in it and a whole bunch of stuff. But the general premise is these people who have no experience working in zoos buy one and have to fix it up and get it ready for the public, and it's really sweet. I'm ashamed to say I did not read the book first, which I usually do, but I have every intention of checking it out now. So if you're looking for a fun sort of family movie, We Bought a Zoo is a good one. I have to say, I'm really enjoying Taylor Swift's new single, We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together. It's certainly not my favorite song of hers. I actually think it's sort of maybe a little bit of a step backwards for her. It's definitely much more in the pop bubblegum direction than country music from her, but I like that it doesn't try to be anything more than it is. It just sounds like a song where they were in the studio and something happened and then she's like, hey, roll tape and I'm gonna play this, and it just sort of came out. It's really catchy, and it's simple enough where I can play it decently-ish on my guitar, so it's a song that I've had stuck in my head for the last couple days for sure. I don't know if I would say that it was my favorite purchase of the month, but this month I did join a gym. I want to be more active. Sometimes I just have energy to burn. I am doing swimming laps, which is something I don't think I've done since I was in high school. I was very much inspired by the Olympics to get off the couch and be more active and do something. So that, it was my purchase of the month, but it's going to be something I'm paying for every month. So that happened. I joined a gym. So I didn't do a lot of reading or movie watching or anything this month, but it's because I was doing a lot of activities instead. At the beginning of August, I took an archery class in Chicago, which was awesome. I used to be good at it in high school, and it is so much harder than I remember, but again, I was inspired by the Olympics, so I gave it a go, and I got 2 9s, which is awesome because a bullseye, the center ring is a 10, so I got 2 9s, and that was fun. I also went to the racetrack with some friends of mine from college, and we bet on the horses, and I lost everything I bet on, but that's okay because it was a really nice day out, and I was in good company. So that was some things I did. So those are my favorite things this time around. If you guys have any recommendations or suggestions or what have you been up to, please let me know down in the comments. Hello. I'm always interested to know what you guys have to say. Comments are always welcome, and if not for me, then leave them for the puppy because she's so cute, right? So that's it for me for now, Internet. Take care. Bye-bye.